Welcome to the Google AdWords workshop. Today we're going to look at what it takes to get found on paid advertising on Google and the different aspects of a Google search campaign, a Google display campaign. We'll look at Google Guarantee and Google YouTube ads. When you look at putting your keywords to work, driving traffic into your website, you can look at organic search, which is driving naturally occurring traffic into your site, social search, which is natural traffic assisted through social media postings, and paid search, which will require putting paid advertising onto your search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Today we're going to look at paid advertising. Paid search dominates the space above the fold, which on a desktop is everything you see on the first screen. You'll see Google Guaranteed ads, Google pay-per-click ads, and Google Maps, which also include ads, before you see any natural traffic. To be found today on desktop, you need to be on Google Ads. When you look at mobile, paid search also dominates. If you're doing a service industry search, Google Guarantee will load first, followed by paid ads, followed by Google Maps, which include Google Map ads. So like desktop, you have to scroll considerably down the page to get to anything organic. Paid search dominates the first 4 screens of any mobile device. On desktop, Google Guaranteed also dominates placement. When we look at paid search, being in a Google Guaranteed service category, this will get you listed first on any related search. These ads link through to landing pages for the business. These pages then allow the user to call you on a call tracking number. These are dial-in leads only. Unlike Home Advisor and Thumbtack, these leads only go to you and the user is not prompted to go and ask for another quote. If you're already on Home Advisor or Thumbtack, you may see yourself in the Google Guaranteed section, but without the Google Guaranteed badging. Once there are enough Google Guaranteed providers in a category, they will push the Home Advisor and Thumbtack listings down the page. This is the list of current approved Google Guaranteed service categories. More categories are being added every month. If your category is currently pending, don't worry, it will be rolling out soon, and then you can start getting call-in ads from the Google Guaranteed program. When you look at a paid search ad, it is made up of several components. You're going to see the display URL at the top, then your title line, your 2-line description, and your 2-line long description. You can also have extensions. You'll see site link extensions, call extensions, which will be your phone number, but users can click and call on mobile. There are now lead form extensions and locations extensions that link to your Google Maps. These ads are very dynamic, and the more information you put into them, the better results you will find you will get from having paid advertising on Google. There are a number of criteria that, evaluated by Google, will determine what your cost per click is going to be. So when you look at paid advertising, this is an auction environment. You're going to want to set a bid limit. Your click-through rate will either positively or negatively impact your ad cost. Your click-through rate is the number of times users click on the ads versus numbers of times the ads are shown. The relevancy of your offer. If your offer in your ad matches your offer on your landing page, you have a much higher relevancy score, and that will lower your overall bid cost. And the quality score of that landing page. Is that landing page informative? Does the offer match? Does the landing page give the user all the information they need to have to make a buying decision? The better paired your advertising is with your landing page, again, the lower overall cost of each click. It's very important when you're doing paid advertising on Google or any other search engine that your ads link to a good landing page. Your landing page is generally not your home page. It is a page that actually asks the consumer for their business. It should have your phone number. It should have a form that they can fill out. If it's a product you're trying to get them to buy, a checkout page, you want to make sure you capture their information so if they don't check out right away, you can follow up with them as a lead. You want to make sure that this landing page matches the offer on your paid ad. If you're running multiple ads, you should have multiple matching landing pages. And you always want your landing pages to be on your website. This allows you to get the SEO value of the added traffic on your site. When building out your paid advertising, you're going to want to identify the keywords that are most important to your business. What's going to drive the best traffic? How many competitors are going after that keyword? Should you look at a longer tailed keyword? Is that keyword relevant? And again, your ad should match your offer. And if you're going to conquest, use a competitor's keyword or a trademark keyword as a trigger. You want to make sure you're doing that correctly and not putting anything that might potentially be a trademarked ad up on search. So those trademarks are fine for being used as keywords. Don't put them into your ads. When we look at selecting keywords for your campaign, you want to really be looking at the buying level phrases. When we look at research, the terms are much too generic and you're going to have a much higher cost per click and a much lower conversion rate. While shopping terms may look good on paper, when it comes to search, they're not ready to buy consumers, they're tire kickers. They're doing their homework, they're doing their research. Once you get to that exact right phrase match, the client is looking for the service that you're offering. Now you've got a ready to buy customer and a chance to close the deal. You want to make sure that when you spend on paid search, you're always driving the return on your investment. When we look at buying versus research and shopping terms, and we're looking at our car window installer, we can see the difference in the availability of spend. If we were just going to use the broad word windows, we could spend $157,000, get almost 1 million impressions and 35,000 clicks, but we might not get any customers that are actually looking for a car window installer. You want to be smart about your keywords. 2, 3 forward phrases are going to give you a much better result than a single broad matched term. Broad match keywords are also more expensive and tend to convert at a much lower rate. Within your AdWords, there are multiple settings that you're going to need to work on to make sure you get the best return on investment for your advertising. You're going to need to decide if you want to be in search or display or both. You're going to want to look at the different network options. You want to make sure you determine whether mobile is important to you and you want to look at mobile first advertising. You want to set your geography. You want to look at where and when your ads run, what time of day, what day parts, what days of the week. And you want to make sure you have either a live person answering your phone or a live call service so that if you're going to run ads after hours, you can capture those leads and those additional sales. It's very important to maximize the value of these ads because you're going to be paying for all these clicks. One of the most important aspects of your Google campaign will be your budget. You need to manage your expectations, what you spend versus what you expect to gain. You can set your budget up on a daily or a weekly ad budget. Your budget type is going to vary per ad. If you're doing call-only ads, you're going to want to monitor those calls to make sure you're getting quality calls. If you're doing Google Guarantee, that runs on a separate budget. Your Google Guarantee budget is targeted to call-in ads only. The average call-in ad is between $25 and $35 a click. YouTube also offers lifetime budget where you can set a start date and an end date and the budget to spend between that time frame. Google will provide maxing out alerts on a daily basis to let you know when you're running out of budget in your target area. Google will allow for prepay or postpay billing. You can also have invoice billing if you meet Google's spending criteria and your business meets the qualifications. Google also has an overspend limit. So if you have a daily budget and your daily budget is $5 a day, Google will not spend more than $10 a day. It does max out your budget at 200%. Google does have this overspend protection in place to protect your budget from accidentally going crazy. So in this instance, we are looking at a client with a $5 a day budget that for some unknown reason on Wednesday, January 1st of 2020, Google spent $794 and got them 1,113 clicks. This was well beyond the limitation that was set by the client's budget. While an overspend can happen, what you get billed versus what Google spent is totally different. You're going to have to go into your reports, into your predefined reports, other reports, and build cost. And that will show you that even though the campaign overspent by an exceptionally high number, the actual build cost was capped at 200% of budget. So for their $794 in clicks, the client only paid $10, which was 2 times their $5 a day budget. As you build your Google Ads campaign, you're going to select location in your settings and choose what areas you want to reach with your ads. You can choose by zip code, by city, by county, by state. You can choose multiple cities, multiple states. Again, you want to select the areas within which you can reach the most consumers that are ready to buy your product or service. And you want to make sure you make a selection because if not, the default is all of the USA. Google will also allow you to exclude locations. So if there's a zip code or a city that you want to bypass with your ads, you can select the cities you want to have your ads run in, and you can also select the areas to exclude. You'll also be able to choose the days of the week and hours of the day that you want your ads to run. You can also run split hours. So if you want your ads to run from 6 to 10 in the morning and from 6 to 10 in the evening, you can bypass the middle of the day. The most important thing is to select the hours in which your audience is most likely to be buying or shopping for your products. You can look at your history and determine after you've been running for a week or two what days are the most popular and what hours of the day are the most popular. Google will break this data out for you so you can do advanced decision making. If your audience is mobile first, which means predominantly your business is driven by clicks coming from mobile devices, you're going to want to adjust your bids so that you're bidding higher on mobile phones. You can do this within your bid adjustments under devices, and you can also use an advanced bid adjustment if you're trying to drive, let's say, calls in before clicks. You can increase your bids specifically for calls. You're going to put keywords into your campaign to trigger your ads. It's very important that you put your keywords in as phrase or exact match and not broad match so you don't get served on keywords that are not related to the services you're offering. So in this example, if you have a broad match phrase, dog trainer, you're going to get served on a broad match related phrase, free dogs. Someone clicking for a free dog is not someone looking for a dog trainer, at least not today. You don't want to pay for that click if you can't convert that consumer into a customer. When you put your keywords together, you can use trademarks as keywords. You can also use competitors' names, but keep in mind you're not to put those into your ad copy. You can just use them as keywords to trigger your ads. When you do this, keep in mind that your quality score is going to be lower, so your cost per click is going to be much higher when you're using conquesting after a competitor's name or a competitor's brand. Within your AdWords account, you will have keywords. Your search keywords are the keywords that you've put into the account, keywords that you want to trigger your ads. You're also going to have negative keywords, keywords that block your ads from showing, and search terms, which are the related keywords that Google has deemed match the search terms that you've put into your account. Your negative keyword list is designed to block terms that are not going to drive a conversion. If it's a service you don't offer, a product you don't sell, you want to make sure you put it in as a negative keyword. The best negative keywords you're going to find are going to be on your search terms list, which we will look at next. This is the terms that Google thinks match your keywords, which may or may not be appropriate. Your search terms will show you the terms that Google actually served you on to consumers based on their search queries. You want to check this list at a minimum on a weekly basis so that you can make sure you set any keywords that are not appropriate to your negative keyword list. There are a number of different ad formats you can use within the AdWords interface. You can use image ads, you can use ads with multiple images, text ads, dynamically generated ads, and a variety of other formats to drive in traffic. Everything from a call-only ad that will only show on a mobile device to a Gmail ad that will run only in Gmail. You want to look at your click-through rates on a regular basis. Ads that are not performing well, you want to adjust them on a weekly basis. You want to use multiple ads in each format so that you can beta test different ads against each other. And you want to look at what percentage of top of search are you running? How often are you the first ad on the page? The first ad gets the lion's share of the traffic. You don't want to overspend, but you want to try to max out your positioning so that you can be top of search as often as possible during the day. You want to complete all of your extensions to drive additional traffic in to your website from your ads. There are a multitude of extensions, including site link, phone extensions, location extensions, call out, and lead form extensions. You want to use these extensions to make your ads look bigger and stronger and to help drive consumers in for exactly what they want when they read your ad. You can also add your location extension to your Google ad. This will link your Google Plus business page and allow users to see your reviews, your address information, your business hours, your phone number, and they can one-click go to your website, get directions, or call you. Here are several text ad types, different layouts, different formats, mobile device and desktop. And you can see from the ad that there are additional extensions attached to the ad and that the ads are much larger because they're positioning first on the page. You always want to be first so that you can have these extra links and extra extensions show on your ad. There are a number of different display ad types. This is just going to give you an example. You can run banners, skyscrapers, tile ads, responsive ads, dynamic ads, all kinds of fun things you can do within your ad format. When you run an ad within the Google system, you'll have multiple formats available to you, and these ads run on third-party websites. If you want a very good example of where you've been recently and what companies are cookieing you to show you ads, just go to weather.com and check out all the ads on the page. These are ads that are targeting you based on where you've been. Remarketing and display ads target users that have been on certain websites. Those users then get cookied and the ads follow them. So if you want to know where you've been recently, where somebody's cookied you, like I said, go to weather.com and you can see the banner ads, the skyscraper and tile ads, and you know whatever shopping you've done recently, those shopping ads are going to follow you for the next 30 days. These remarketing ads and display ads will keep following you. You can target users that have been on your website, that's remarketing. You can target users that have been on other websites, that's retargeting. You can also target users by keyword, what they've been searching for. And then your ads will follow them for 30 days on all the different sites that they travel to while they're on the web. A call-only ad is an ad that only runs on a mobile device. It does not allow for click to site. It only drives consumers to your phone. If you're going to run call-only ads, you want to make sure you have a live answering service, or that you only run ads during business hours when your phone is being answered. If a consumer wants your service and gets a machine, they're just going to hang up and go to the next provider. You want to make sure if you're going to pay for call-in ads that you maximize the return on your investment. Google Shopping offers a phenomenal way for you to get your products in front of consumers that are in-market shopping. You need to have a checkout and an e-commerce platform that meets Google's criteria, and you can have your ads in the biggest store in the world, Google Shopping. Gmail ads are a great way to reach users with repeated impression when you only have to pay for the click-through to your site. These ads can run with video or coupons. There's no cost to run the ad. There's no cost for the user to view the ad. Only if they click your actionable button or watch your video do you pay for that click. These are very low-cost clicks, and you can target your visitors by location and by your email list. If you have a great video that showcases your product or service and it will help drive consumers to make that acquisition, consider putting your ads on YouTube. You can do penny clicks on YouTube. Most clicks are less than 10 cents, and you can get thousands of people to watch your ads on a weekly basis. This will also help drive up your channel likes, and if you're trying to monetize your channel, this is a great way to get more users on and visiting your website. YouTube paid placements are offered on two formats: skippable, which is your video pre-roll, and in-stream search. To run skippable, you're going to need a 15-second or longer video, and in-stream can be any length. The goal is to get the consumer to click on your ad and take action. Skippable ads do not charge you unless the consumer watches at least 15 seconds of that video. So a longer video is fine. Anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds would be a great length for your video. I'm glad you had the time to attend and learn more about Google AdWords and how ads can help drive new traffic and new sales for your business. If you need help with setup or you just have general questions, please feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is right in front of you, and we look forward to helping you grow your business with Google Ads.